Hello, hello, and welcome back. We're going to try this again. Welcome to another round. And we're here for a quick live of Ready to Love right after the show. I'm here with El Cid. How are you tonight, my darling?
I'm doing well, just getting over a cold, but I'm here.
We are over it, baby. Over it. Hey, everybody in the chat. Thank you guys for being here with us. If you are watching this on the replay, you know how to find me down in the comments. But if you're here right now, do me a favor. Please like, then share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're trying to reach some goals here this year, so we got to get it done, and I need your help to do it. So if you can, that's all I'm asking. Don't make me PayPal everybody up here and make y'all start paying me. So if y'all just do it for free and hit the like for me, that'll pay me too, okay? We need money. Oh, we are back with part two of meeting the cast for Ready to Love. Okay, so we had to stretch this into 2 weeks so we can get into it. I don't know if it really made a difference.
Well, it did for us to learn who the cast members are a little bit better. Getting to know 20 people at one time. So I like this pacing. I like, 10 there, 10 here.
Okay, so now we're down to 9 and 8. 9 ladies, 8 men.
Right.
Okay, so we're already in a deficit. I wonder how this is going to play out, who we get to eliminate next. I don't know if it's going to be a lady or a guy. But you know what? I think the odds of the men being a little less fare out just a little bit better because it makes it an more interesting dynamic. We know that generally, population wise, women outnumber men. So it's always women fighting for the men. I would like to see the men step up and put some pressure on one another.
You're trying to say that men are laying in their on their how can I say it, soft throne?
Oh yeah, they are definitely in a soft era, baby. They are waiting to be picked up. Okay, they're waiting to be picked up and taken out.
Okay. Okay, that's a way to look at it. But
And
the
we
men will
know,
work in the room. There were four of them tonight, and they will work in the room.
and see, that's what I'm saying. I like to see this, put some effort into it. Don't just be sitting back waiting for the ladies, picking a little spot in the corner, or waiting for all the ladies to hover to you. You get up and move around, do a little work. That's what I want to see, and I like the odds of the men being less. I like it. Well, no, actually, yeah, no. Am I saying it the right way? Damn, I need the men to be more, huh? I need them to be more and the ladies
Yes.
less.
You
Okay.
want the men to go hunting for,
Yeah,
in
that's
the
actually what
sphere
I want.
reality. Yes.
Yeah. So we gonna see because we got a dynamic so far. The girl's gonna get catty. I need to see some lions out there, fighting.
At least we weren't jumping tables tonight. At least we weren't jumping the table
we
for someone we just met.
we definitely weren't doing that. There were some connections, however. People were kind of feeling some people. So that's always a good start. Nothing too bold and nothing too crazy. Let's get into these people though. So first we had come in Vanessa. She's another flight attendant. You know how they like to cast the same cast over and over. However,
Right. Right.
kudos to Mama's locks. Okay, baby came in with her locks. Done. I loved
She
it.
came in with her crown adorned, but Vanessa said she done swam in the milk, and she coming all the way back.
Where's Seaway when you want to have that divest talk?
Exactly.
Divested, and she's right back.
Got her Caucasian Kang, and she's coming right back to Wakanda.
But her interesting way of saying this gave me a little red flag. She says, you know, how did she kind of put it? Like, kind of like, I'm ready to be around my people. Like, almost like she hasn't been around black people or whatever, but she just realized she got black kids.
Yes. It's like for my kids, I need to be around our people because I need to show them our people.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it was giving me, and I was like, interesting. I'm now I'm so much more curious about how you were raised, this marriage that you had, and what dissolved it. Because you're like, she was like, I'm ready to go Black Panther mode right now. And I'm like, say what? That's a far extreme. Now you went to divested all the way to regression. Fight the power.
It's like, what caliber of Caucasian Kang did you entertain? Because you are running, you're not just running, you are outpacing. I wonder if she, let me not go there, but I will. Wonder if she had locks then.
I'm guessing no, but they are very long, but you can transition straight into it nowadays. But I'm guessing no. However, I have seen some couples, interracial couples, where she has locks, so or
Yes,
whatnot.
yes.
So it's not like it's not a thing. However, she's going full fledged. I need all my black card back,
I need the entire deck.
but I don't know how to play spades. All right.
Or talk about it. Well, I can't falter there. I don't know how to play spades. If that is a caliber of my blackness, then I have lost that card in the deck.
I think you still got a lot of your blackness.
Yes, the spade side, the electric slide. No, don't got it. So, mm-mm.
However, black or white, her conversation was giving me real vanilla sex.
It was giving me quiet. I don't know how to speak to people or open up or talk to my black people. As you said, it sounds like she hasn't been around us too much.
Hmm. Yeah, she was giving me real. I mean, no disrespect to you Taurus out there, but I was getting real Taurus vibes, which is not a bad thing or whatnot. But a lot of times they will be very quiet and until they have conversation that just really piques them, then you can't get them to shut up. However, for the most part, they're not going to talk much. They're going to give you real short answers, like they're going to get right to the chase. And that's what she was giving me a lot of. So I was just like, we'll see.
Yeah, yeah, I'm raising a Taurus, so I know.
We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see on her because I was getting a lot like now, granted, in some situations, i.e. Lamar,
Mm.
she
Mm.
was trying to talk. However, he was just off the deep end, off the rip. My dear sweet Lamar.
Lamar strikes me as a man that wants to talk to you and get shock value to see how you respond, and then he'll coast in. That
Mhm.
whole nude beach for a first date. I hope you're ready for me to be checking out the other goods on the beach if you're taking me to a nude beach on any kind of date, because your goods may not be what I'm checking for.
Depending on
This is not Naked and Afraid, where
this
you're
is
the
not
only one around.
I was just watching a show the other day when a man just opened the door whole naked. So it just made me think of that. Like, okay, we just go get
Okay,
each other real quick off the rip.
okay. Well, not story time, but comment. My uncle, to get rid of the folks that come to your door on a Saturday morning, he opened the door butt naked. They never came back to his door.
Hmm. And see, I would be the foolish one. I would be the foolish one because I'd be like, you seem like you're real comfortable to speak to.
Oh, he held the door open and invited them in, say we're gonna lay hands. Come on in.
Yeah, see, I'm the weird one too. As long as he don't be all creepy with it and stuff, I'd be like, you just an open person because you feel natural with yourself. You're very comfortable with yourself, and that's the thing. Like a nude beach is not all crazy and what you think it'll be or whatever. It's just showing
It's
how
not.
comfortable you are. However, on the first date, that is a weird ask of somebody. And so yeah, like you said, he was doing a lot of shock value things because I was saying he gives me Marvin vibe, but I don't feel him as legit as Marvin. Like Marvin, that's his lifestyle. So it was just like, let me get it out the way so you understand what I'm about or whatever. And if you don't want to mess with me, that's fine. It was kind of like, you want to go on this? And let me see what you say. Now he was playing it cool, he sit back or whatever and stuff like that. But it really gave me like, oh, you just saying this for shock, or are you just seeing what how far you can push these ladies' limits with a lot of stuff, especially because the men are safe.
You're right. With Marvin from last season, you can tell that is definitely a part of his life. That's a part of his community. He's an author in that, sector of the world as well. So it's not for shock value. Lamar just feels at this time like he's just saying something and see how the women react. Who's going to bite the bait and who's going to be offended and shocked.
Which is funny because I find most men that do this, when they actually come up across a woman who is either game to go in both ways and all this stuff, then they be like,
I didn't really mean it.
yeah, all that phobia sets in real fast all of a sudden.
Like, really? There's someone who says yes? You really want to do this with me? But I don't have the details.
So you gonna find somebody? It's always you gonna find somebody. Like, no, Negro, you go find somebody since this is about your life. Like, you should have people already. Quit playing. Like, see, Marvin had people. Marvin, like, I call what pick your selection, which you want.
Choose off the menu. Choose off the menu.
I got there you go, today's menu.
You see, mess around with me, I'll be the one. Which beach? Which beach are you thinking of? This one?
Mhm.
This one? I'll have a couple names for you.
Be
Or
like,
how
oh
about a
yeah,
colony? Wouldn't you rather a colony where we can get into activities and know each other?
yeah,
See how that thing swang? I mean, see, I'm not I'm not the one to have the conversation with Lamar.
Yeah, he get real quick. He'd be like, yeah, I don't know. I was just I don't know. He been to crossed you off just because you know too much for him.
Right, right. He's not bringing me into the fold. I've already
Yeah.
experienced the
He'd be
fold.
like, oh no, she too experienced. I don't like her anymore.
Yeah, yeah. She's too out there. She couldn't be my housewife.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, outside of Lamar, yeah, he kind of turned a few people off with that because between that and the threesome, Patricia, I'm gonna call her the stallion, was not
Mhm.
having it. Okay. My tall, dark, and chocolate lady was not having it at all, baby. She was so bothered by that threesome of it all. He was like, what you selfish? She was like, no, I'm I'm normal.
I'm surprised he didn't use vanilla.
I'm
But the show is Ready to Love. They never
Mhm.
said Ready to Love, one on one.
True this.
It could be polyamorous.
Hmm.
It's just ready to love, however love looks. Now, I wonder if love was of a rainbow variety, how that would go.
Well, we'll have Frank back and Phil, unstable Phil. let me let me clarify which Phil, unstable Phil from last season.
Did you hear what I just said?
If we had a variety of rainbows,
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I'm saying who would come back to
Okay.
taste the flavors.
Ah,
Marvin, I think, is in a situation, so he might not come back. But his situation and him might come back together to find another piece to their puzzle.
of the rainbow variety, I meant like on like.
Are we talking about alphabet community? Or are we talking about
Alphabet.
spectrum, like color spectrum. Okay.
Alphabet.
Oh, we talking about that. Interesting. I don't want to guess. Nobody coming back.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not about to guess. I'm not about to do this. You're not about to set me
That's
down
why
that.
I said, did you hear what I said?
I was going on the hues. Okay. I was going on the
Okay.
hues
Okay.
and the lack
Wonderful color.
thereof. Yeah. I was going on color spectrums.
Gotcha.
That's what I was.
Understood. We
I
were on
wasn't on
two different
alphabets.
planes.
Okay. I'll be trying to leave the alphabets alone because
Okay.
between those and the mazel tovs, they be trying to come at us. So we just gotta leave the peoples alone. You know,
Understood.
can't even joke about them
Understood.
no more. Okay. Um, yeah, Alonzo, another 35 young man.
Insurance adjuster like Phil.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He sounds more stable for now.
Definitely on them skates. He looks stable.
Mm-hmm. Said he likes skating. He got locks. He said the right if for the right woman, he will bring them down. I said, interesting.
I was going to ask in what way.
That's what I
I
was trying
thought
to figure out.
I just thought he was just flirting and saying, "Hey, if the night go well, my locks will come down."
Yeah, but he was like for the right person, or so it's basically not Vanessa wasn't the right person at the time. It seemed like when they initially met, they were having good conversation at that point.
Right. Right.
I know later on when they reconvened, it got a little dry and still there, which it got real awkward because Maya was like, okay, I'm gonna just check myself out.
Right. It looked like he was really into Vanessa, but she wasn't coming to him. It was awkward. That's why Maya was like, I got to go. I got to learn the answers to the quiz later.
But she also, not she, but he also was like, still trying to ask her questions. And he made the comment, it's not getting past surface with her. So, like you say, she was not picking up what he was putting down at all.
Right.
And I was just like, okay. And I'm wondering if she had locked in with Chaz by the time he came back. Because if that's the case, that would explain why she cut herself off.
I don't
That
understand locking yourself down considering this is only half that you have to pick from. I would just be, you know, serving up to everybody, a little bit of information, but this is only half the men. But I understand that. I understand her locking down with Chaz.
as a game player, I might hone in on a person, but I ain't about to lock off nothing, especially when it's the time for us to be voted off. And so that was kind of weird to me. I was like, sweetie, do you understand what's going to happen tonight? Like you may get voted off. So you need to pretend some interest so you can continue to have your interest or be in your interest space. And so that's why you're worried at the bottom, like at the end, that you're going to possibly be voted up because you clearly have not been making your rounds properly. Sucks
I
the
had
one who was working well actually won the thing safety too.
I had just said that she just overanalyzes too much. She just might be in
Mhm.
her head too much.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And there's another reason she was giving me Taurus vibes because it was just like the thoughts staying up in there, just like trying to figure everything out. She wants everything to be calculated. Like she said, she kind of needs to be in the knowing of a lot of things. So I was like, oh, are you an A type or are you one of those controlling types that you have to know exactly what's going on? Are you not going to be able to flow with the vibes or whatnot? Like, still not saying you got to go on a nude beach on the first date. However, you can kind of pretend to skinny dip, like I'll dip my leg in. She was just like a hard no. Will not be doing anything. I'll watch you. It wasn't even a watch you. I would have gave you. I'll watch you do it, but I'm not about to get in this cold up here.
So yeah, I'll skate if with you if we're in the Maldives. I mean, come on, let's go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, and listen, you got a trip out of it. I like how you move, LC.
We got to up the ante. I'm not just going to do it on a rooftop pool here in Fort Worth. I'm sorry. I'm
Mm-mm.
sorry.
I live here. People know me.
And there are drones around. I mean, come on. There's a crew. Not
Mm-mm.
happening. But if we go to an exotic location, sure.
Off my private
Fine.
bungalow that we got. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go.
Wonderful.
Let's
Get
go.
that yacht, let's go to Caribbean. Yes. Definitely. But it's going to cost.
I'm just saying. You got to know your good's worth, how much they're good to be seen. You got to know your worth. That's all. Just know your worth. All right. Well, being that, okay, I'll say that later. Patrice, because I was going to say I ain't got to worry about these names no more. Patrice, though, how
Miss
you feel about
Blonde Braids. I had to put
Mhm.
that because it's
I did
Patrice,
too.
Patricia. Ooh,
I
Lord.
did too. And then it was two blondes. I was like, oh, it's too much. My gal
Well,
said she like it
Patrice.
young. She said she like a young meat. She like a green.
One, it sounds like she's like they're trainable, Energizer Bunny, and the other young lady's like, I don't want to train. Patricia's like, I don't want to train nobody. But we're talking about Patrice,
Mm-hmm.
and she had a lovely conversation with Chaz, who I think is quite cute.
Mm-hmm. Chaz is a nice looking man.
Yes. She talked about that she created a toy.
Mm-hmm. Before she went celibate.
Yeah, that's quite interesting. Did
I
the
wonder how
toy
soon.
did the toy cause you? Did it overwork you to celibacy? Or
Like I'm good for the next year, baby. Mm. What's the name of this toy?
you know, I'm not sure I wish to buy something from someone in that market and you're telling me you're
Mhm.
not using it. I'll be afraid. But kudos to her. I hope that Ready to Love certainly increases her marketing and market share. I mean, that's wonderful.
Listen, she need to go on bedroom candy, baby, if that's what you're trying to sell the toys or whatever. But you're gonna have to use it because Candy uses all of hers. We know.
I mean, it would have been such a great dynamic to see her on Marvin's season.
Yeah. I wonder if she just playing with us with the celibate part though.
You mean she's celibate since last Tuesday?
Or she's just selling a bit. One of the two, you know what I'm saying? I'm just wondering because it's just an interesting dynamic just to throw out there. I made a toy before I went celibate.
Right.
It's like,
We have questions.
yeah,
We have questions.
yeah, yeah. We need to find out why you decided to take this journey. What caused that? We want to know more about your toy venture. I'm not gonna lie. I want to know more what you made, what product you made. Are you gonna make more? It's a lucrative business, to be honest with you, if you're making some good toys and stuff. So it's real good business. I hope she continues her work. Since we own Chaz, hey, she had a conversation with Chaz. We talk about your guy. It sound like
And for those of you who know that I am married, Chaz does look like my husband, but make him bald and give him a goatee. So Chaz is quite handsome. He has been blessed. But Chaz too, again, it's very, my husband is an emotional being as well. And Chaz did share a lot in his conversation.
Mhm,
And it was wonderful and refreshing to see him discuss it. It
mhm,
is it is often dismissed that with the loss of a child at any stage of life, a man's emotions or feelings about it is often dismissed.
yes.
Or everybody looks to the mother, but very few look to the dad. And he has had a loss too. It
Mhm,
was very refreshing to hear him say that and be honest that going back into having another child was difficult. I could totally understand him.
mhm. I think most of the time when we have the conversations, we rarely have the conversations with people who lost a child after birth, and that's part of the reason why I think the men's, not to take away from their feelings, but a lot of time we dismiss theirs because it's a lot of times they haven't made an attachment to the child just as yet, depending on how late in the pregnancy the woman was. However, to have a 6 month old, so you went through, like he was explaining, you went through the party, you went through the birthing, you went through like the first couple of months, you have an attachment. I'm curious. I don't need him to tell us or whatever. But me personally, I'm curious to know the cause of death. Were they married when this happened? If so, was it part of the downfall, the dissolve of the marriage, this, that? I have a lot of questions to deal, and I do understand how difficult it can be to jump back into that and try again. I would also want to know if that was the first time or they had miscarriages, these other things, why he didn't want to try again. Because a lot of times this is another thing, a lot of times it would be the woman who doesn't want to try again, but he's basically saying he didn't kind of want to do it again. And I know I said this the other day, I was watching some movie the other day. Oh, it was that Silent Night, the new movie that just came out. Totally silent movie. If you like gun violence, all that wonderful things, yes, you can watch it. Not a word's being said through the whole movie. However, it was crazy to see the dad be so much more attached to the child. And it was kind of like this scenario or whatnot, where he went into a whole vengeful spirit and whatnot. But it was a lot that went into that dynamic of the dad's attachment to him, almost dying because of it, and this, that, and the third. But I was thinking to myself, I was like, dang, you do rarely see a mom that is kind of like continuing to go on while the dad is stuck. And I do always know those dynamics too. I would always like to wonder, like, how does it feel when one parent is kind of moved on from it and the other one is just stuck in that place, and how that draws wedges in the whole relationship. So,
Like you, I wonder if it was his first child. It sounded like it was his first child. Um, and that would make you skittish. It would make you either way, either skittish to do it again or jump right back in quickly to experience it. It but it was refreshing to hear him talk about it. It was refreshing to see him just open up, and that there was a young lady there, Patrice, who I think it was Patrice he was speaking to,
it was.
that she was just very open to hearing about it, and just let him speak and just keep it light.
Hmm. Yeah. Kudos to them both for getting through that conversation. Was not an easy one.
No,
I
not at
wonder.
all.
Yeah. I mean, Patrice has some kids too. She got a few kids. Sound like a few, because she said kids. But I wonder, sometimes when you have those heavy conversations, so first off, right away, I wonder how that plays in your psyche. It's like, do I want to have more kids? In her situation, she sounded like she wanted to when it came to with Alonzo. She sounded like she would give him some more babies. I was like, oh, you want a young man, so you want to have more kids? Okay. She was kind of scaring me, because I was like, oh, you sound like you just want to play. You don't want nothing serious, okay? You sound like you in your play area. However, she would sound like she would give more kids, but like you said, there will still be a lot in my head going on. Would you want adopted children? Would you want stepchildren? Do you still want some of your own? It would just be a lot of questions I would have to ask him going forward if I found interest and I wanted children.
Now this is the second man without children.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Alonzo.
Did Jonathan have some? I don't think Jonathan. I don't remember him saying we don't know yet, huh?
He yes, he had one child.
Okay, Jonathan has one already.
Yes.
Lamar, Mr. Freaky Deaky Lamar.
He just said 16 years divorce. We don't know any children.
Okay.
Mr.
Sound like he
Anyway.
must not have none yet, because he out here trying to do too much. But then again, he might not be raising them. So
Right. Right.
why he trying to have the threesomes and thumbs and be on nude beaches? Okay.
Now why did Chaz look at Rashida and say he likes women who are all natural?
He must have felt the beautician in her.
Okay. And she then says, "I like to dress up. This is me." Da, 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 da. And it's like, y'all are on two different parallels, but y'all are grinning in each other's face.
Hmm. But to revert back, he had the best conversation with Vanessa, according to Vanessa, which just seems a little bit more natural. I'm curious to when he sees the other ladies, though, with Alexis. I'm curious if that's going to pique his interest there.
I feel sorry for the band because the ladies are fine.
Every
Ooh, the
single
ladies
time.
are. Ooh, Lord, the ladies are
Every single time.
fine.
Hmm.
Ooh, Lord, I'm sorry. I feel for them.
I ain't
I
gonna
feel
lie
for
though,
them.
I'm kind of like Patrice when it came to was it Lamar? Was it Patrice and Lamar? I think when she was like that beard, she was like that full beard and all that. I like it when it's well groomed. Lamar has a nice groomed one. He reminds me of one of my friends. He looked like one of my friends actually. It's so funny. But I like him when they real groomed, nice beard. His could be a little bit longer than I like, but if it's soft, we might be okay. Okay.
Well, you could rub it and make it soft.
No, some beards you just cannot rub and make soft. Okay, you gonna have to do
Hey,
a lot of conditioning and oil, baby.
hey, you get close to the face. You can make it do what you want it to do.
Now, was Lamar the Nigerian or was it
No,
Jonathan?
Jonathan's a Nigerian.
Jonathan's
Lamar
a
is the coach of the kids. I just don't know what Lamar is coaching these kids and telling them. I'm sorry.
might need to do a background check.
He's the DJ and coach.
Who kids he got? Who kids is Lamar watch?
Instead of ready to love, we should have ready to open a nightclub because we got DJs, we got comedians, we got makeup artists to do your hair and get you ready
Hairstylist,
for the stage. We got the saxophone player from last time. Marvin
child,
could have his own section. We're ready to open up a whole club.
ready to nightclub. Okay, you know who I find fascinating, but I didn't get much of, which was because she was the oldest lady out the bunch, was Laylene.
I thought Patrice was the more mature one. Thought she was 42.
No, I thought with braids.
Yeah,
You know what? One time I don't know if I was looking crazy. I seen Laylene at 47, or was that one of the men? That might have been one of the men, huh?
I
No?
didn't.
I
Chaz is
at
47.
47, then I seen her at 40.
Okay.
I was
Yeah,
like,
Leylin.
so Patrice is 42?
That's what they said.
Okay. Because I thought I had Laylin for the oldest one. But you know what, Laylin, I know everybody was saying that Hillary Banks, they, Alexis remind everybody of Hillary Banks, but Laylin looks like a older sister of Tatiana Ali
Yeah.
to me.
But she wants a man who can wash her hair.
She want a hairdresser. I know a few, some good ones. They gay though, but they can do it. I think she wants that sensual moment though. I think that's what she's asking for. That sensual moment between the two, that energy that passes through, especially if he knows how to wash your hair with them fingers like he's supposed to, you know. But that was interesting. You want to, hmm.
Yeah.
She wants somebody of service.
So yeah, so maybe acts of service is her, and then that also equates to physical touch.
Hmm. She gives me, I can be fun, but you have to get past
Got to work for it.
a lot.
Yeah, you got to work for it.
Yeah. Cause it's like I remember her because I'm like, you're a gorgeous, beautiful woman, of course, but parts of you is given come close, but stay right there. Don't mm, my space. This is gonna be interesting.
It is going to be interesting because I'm thinking about the men from the first group too. It's like, yeah, yeah. She's gonna she's gonna be like calling out people for playing in her face.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you did mention Nigerian. That was Jonathan.
That was Jonathan. Okay. I couldn't remember who, because I remember her talking to him saying she was from Sierra Leone, but I couldn't remember who she was talking to. Oh yeah, now I remember because that's how I got the late bloomer thought or whatever. Because he was saying he felt like he was awkward, tall. He gave me that like he's always been skinny but tall or whatnot. And I do
Yeah.
know sometimes when we skinny tall people, it takes us a while to just like get confident in ourselves. But I'm just like, did you not play any sports, my guy? Did you not play anything? Because that actually helps build your confidence up a lot better, a lot faster, unless you just wasn't that great in that either. So Jonathan, I'm a little curious about Jonathan. Not a bad looking guy. Still, I know Fort Worth culture. Funny enough, I got an ex down there, and he's a tall guy that he's not that slim as Jonathan, but he's built a lot like Jonathan, and he wears looser clothes too. And I'm just like, you're still in that era, baby, when everybody was wearing baggy clothes, and we kind of, but you grown up, you're wearing baggy grown up clothes. I'm like, I don't know.
Jonathan is screaming. He stayed close to the family unit or the cultural unit because he made the caveat. I was born here, I was raised here, but my family is, Nigerian.
And isn't he
Um,
the one that's still in the family business?
yes, the family business of recycling metals, which is
Mhm.
good money.
Good money. That and wires, if y'all ever want to know.
If I was very glad that the women did not turn their nose up at him at all. I was like, y'all better understand what recycling money is. But it seems like, kind of like he may have been in a bubble, a family cultural bubble.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if he went to college and, if he experienced more, It'll be interesting to know. But he did work the room. I found it interesting that, he said like J. Cole, Uncle Phil, he learned from, television how to romance, but it doesn't sound idealistic, but was TV, like Cam was TV what raised you?
The weirdest thing to that conversation was the shows he named. I was like, Martin, you learn how to romance from Martin. It's only like I mean, him and Gina was in the whole thing for a long time, okay? But it's not that many episodes outside of him trying to propose this that is not just funny and they're like clowning around most of the time. They got they love, yes. And the love always pretty much was present by the end of the episode. However, it was a lot of clowning. It wasn't a lot of romancing going on. And then I'm like Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Granted, Will dated a lot of women. Will dated a lot of women on the show. But I'm like, when was he really romancing anybody up until college? And he still wasn't really romancing Tar Banks' character that
Well,
much.
Uncle Phil was romancing both Aunt Viv's.
This is true. And maybe that's where he was getting his thing from. But I'm just like, outside of Tommy romance and Pam, or trying to woo Pam for the longest. Hey, no, Big Shirt was a big what was Cole's woman name off of the show? Big Shirley, was it Big Shirley? Big something. I can't think of Cole's woman name. I can't think of it right now. But definitely, we never seen her. But he was definitely romancing the heck out of her because he was already ready to woo woo woo. Okay, Big Shirley. I think it was Big Shirley.
I think what he thinking is Gina. That's that's a
Only
romance.
thing I see Martin romance is his mama biscuits. Okay, he romanced the hell out the mama biscuits. All right.
Oh
Hey,
gosh.
seriously. Child.
But at
Yeah.
least he didn't say Disney movies and all that stuff. At least it didn't lend itself to be completely head in the clouds.
Child, if he said Disney movies, then I'd have been with you in that damn in that damn group. Your little tribe coalition. I would have really been like, okay, so we got one. We got one. Because Yeah, most of the Disneys, they Little Mermaids now. So
Well,
yep, it is Big Shirley. Okay, yeah. They did no, they showed a frame of her. We never seen her face. We seen her
right,
frame.
right, right. We never saw who was the actress playing her.
Yeah, for all I know, that was probably Big Boy from the radio show out here because he was playing a couple of little things back in the day. No, we not about to color nobody's opinion. We just like really just going over them briefly and stuff. We not. Rashina.
The other blonde with 2 boys and 9 years divorced,
My beautician.
who had a talk with Jonathan letting him know that she cooks just a little bit and he's like, "I don't cook." So what we going to eat?
He's giving me traditional Nigerian. Yeah, we met new folks today, Seaway. That's what we talking about. We ain't got nothing interesting in the thing. We just talking about the new folks.
4 men and 6 women.
Yeah, he's giving me traditional Nigerian. What we learn from SK and Raven? You better learn how to get in that chair and make that jollof, baby. You better learn real quick.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
you
don't
already know, Seaway.
I don't want to pass judgment. I don't want to pass judgment, but you got, sorry, I'm going to say it. You got 2 kids and really don't cook? I
I'm
just I
starting to
just
realize these hairdressers can't be in the house that much. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that need their hair done, like me. So y'all don't be home.
there is a crock pot. There is an Instapot. Back in the day when the kids are younger, I don't know how old they are, but there was a crock pot.
All I
You
can
know,
say is like she ain't even a newer generation. I can't even say that. I was about to say that, but I couldn't even say that. I had to look down at her age. I said, "Oh, she only 38." Okay. Yeah, she should know. You know what? It's not for everybody. I'm gonna put it like that because everybody just don't have that knack in the kitchen. So I'm gonna leave her be. I'm gonna
okay.
leave her be because therefore, and listen, not to knock any woman out there. When I work in culinary, 90% of the kitchen generally is men. So there's a lot of men that do know how to cook or pretend to cook out there. So it's not like you can't find somebody that knows how to cook and likes cooking. Some men actually like cooking. That's just what you're going to have to go for if you're not that savvy in the kitchen. It's not for everybody. Everybody don't have that touch. And me personally would prefer you stay out my kitchen if you can't cook. Don't try to don't try to poison me. Don't. So
My thing is the aftermath. When I cook and I get my kitchen back to normal, I expect that when you cook, the kitchen is back to normal.
mhm.
But that's not the case.
But see, that's because you guys one, yeah, you I can understand your expectations because you're sharing the responsibilities or whatever and stuff like that. Me personally, I just clean the dishes here because I'm like, I don't trust your dishwashing skills. However, however, two
Now,
balancing
Jay,
all out.
I can't trust you to feed me and not trust you to wash the dish.
That's what I'm saying. Like, however, that's why I trust myself to do it all in that department. But however, in most cases, what we generally do, especially in my house growing up, whoever cooked, everybody else had to clean the kitchen. Like, granted, I had siblings, so we had weeks that we had to do it. But if you cook, it was almost you don't have to clean. You kind of out of the situation of cleaning. So
No,
yeah,
we didn't have that. You use it, you wash it.
mm-hmm. Well, that's how it is here because I'm the only one using it. So, I'm the only one watching it. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm not the only one. They try, but I just be like, yeah, no.
Yeah, I should say I'm the dasher. I'm the flavor one. My husband would prefer for me to cook because he's like, He doesn't have the flavoring together, but if he starts a pot, he'll be like, "Honey, I need you to do some stuff in the pot. I need you to jazz it up." And I'm like, "Okay, it's the same seasoning."
I've noticed, like, especially when I was living with my parents, I was like, I have to retire my dad because he started getting like real. Now, mind you, my dad is the actual chef out of my mom and them. So my mom, she has her go-to specialties, like her salmon. My gosh, her stuffing, that's her thing. Her yams, that's her thing. Everything else, and then she has this one little Belizean dish, like a little makeshift Belizean dish that we eat or whatever. It's like ground beef and corn. For whatever reason, we cannot figure out how she do it, but it's the most delicious thing ever, and it's so basic. Okay, ground beef, corn, and rice. It's so basic, but it's so damn good. Okay, but my dad is an actual cook. But after some time, it was like, bro, we gotta retire you because now you're burning up the brew. The whole gumbo tastes like burnt flour. Like,
No, no.
after a while, it's like we need to just put you on a smoker. You stay on the smoker, you can be out there with the ribs, you do that. But mm.
Yeah, my grandfathers, both of them were the cooks. They could really really hang in the kitchen. I mean, they taught me a lot. Yes, my mom cooks, my grandmother, but it's like certain things. But when you're looking for a Pierre de resistance, oh, my grandfather's knocked it out the park.
Hmm. So
But
don't
yeah,
feel bad, ladies, if you out there and not cook. You either find you a very rich man who can take you out all the time and DoorDash you some food, or a man that can cook. We got you.
or buy a crock pot.
They got these instant pots, but see, it took me forever, and I cook. It took me forever to figure out how the damn instant pot turn on. Child, we was over. It was like three heads over there trying to push buttons, and then my one friend come in. She's like, "Just do this and leave it alone." It was like, we just steady pushing the buttons.
Oh my
Like,
god.
why won't it start? She's like, push the button once and walk away. I'm like, well, it said instant. This is a little too long for the instant. It took too long.
Oh my god. I used to use it only for to get a baked potatoes in 16 minutes.
Hmm.
But,
Oh yeah, we made some greens in it. That's what we made on the first. We made some greens from start to finish in that thing. Oh, them greens were so good. Hmm.
well, we have quail, and we raised quail and we processed them and we
Hmm.
cooked them in the Instapot. We stewed them and cooked them in the Instapot for Christmas. We were a good old homestead for Christmas.
Hmm. Listen, the Instapot, yeah. I need to pull mine out, but my friend pulled her out first, so I got to get my big mixer out. I got to make a cake for my little one.
Well, Patrice told Jonathan that she'll be his helpmate. Do we believe her?
How many helpmates she's trying to be? She's trying to be everybody helpmate, huh? Because she, Patrice is like, yes, Candy. So Patrice came to play, baby. She came to play. She like, I'm not looking for love, baby. I am there. Uh, is there a lot of buttons on the Instapot? There are. It's like a microwave. It's buttons just like the microwave. I'll put it like that. So roughly you can say about the same amount as microwave because they have options for certain actual dishes, like you got meats and all this stuff, so you could just push those. Our problem was we just wasn't patient enough to let it start. We just kept pushing the buttons, trying to figure it out, trying to put the timer and all of this on, and if we'd have just left it alone or read some directions, but we black and we can't do neither. We was there for about a good 15 to 20 minutes just trying to get it to start.
I'm sorry, that's another blackness card then you'll take from me. I read the instructions. I ain't got time to be fiddling. So see, I already lost 3 black cards. I need to hold on to my deck. Golly, now read the instructions. Lost another card, Jay. I mean, dang.
Well, listen, Vanessa out here trying to shop for one, so you could you you're doing better than her, baby. Okay, you're doing better
Right,
than her.
right. So,
Mm,
Chaz and Vanessa,
hmm.
um, they talked about what she wants in a man. She wants stability. She talked about God, but she said shared values like travel. I didn't know travel was a value.
Oh, baby, it is for me. Always
Okay.
have value. And I'm glad she asked the question. But she a flight attendant, so I expect her to. But that I'm thinking I'm putting that on my deal breaker list. It's going up on there. If you don't travel, if you don't have a passport, you don't travel. I can't get you out the country one time. I think that might go on my deal breaker list if ever, if ever I belong to these streets again. Okay. I'm triggered. I'm triggered.
It sounds like it. I'm gonna let you have your monologue.
What I'm saying is, I need to see the world, man. I need to go places. I need to see some things. I need to be somebody.
So, that is a great way of eliminating anyone who has a criminal record. Because if you say passport and able to travel, especially
No,
internationally,
no,
without permission,
that's a recent criminal record. Aha, aha, because
yes,
I do know some
yes,
that
I'm talking
have.
about recent. I'm talking
No,
about
no, I'm
you,
saying some of them I know have that or have past records, and I mean like records. So I know people that have their passport. They can get out the country. But
right?
yes, you're talking about the recent. You're a
Yes,
recent.
you're still under probationary papers,
You still paying the courts.
right?
Gotcha.
And a halfway house is not considered a hostel,
Hmm. And you possibly still doing some illegal things.
right? Right.
Yeah. It is a good way to rule out that currently you may not be legal.
And to further weed out, just ask about voting.
No, they got their rights back.
Not every state,
Okay.
not in Georgia,
Well, they're in Texas, so I don't know how Texas. Probably not though. But here in
but my
Cali, they got their rights back.
but my husband and I, we looked at each other when he said traveling as a value. We know it's a priority, but as a value,
Well,
never heard of that.
I can look at it as a value because that means you want to be culturalized. You want to get to know other things outside of your immediate area or the area you grew up in or whatever the case may be. So I can see it as a character value of saying that you're willing to be open and understanding to more in life. And I could see her being out of everybody because of what it sounded like her situation was before with her marriage.
Right.
So yeah, that's I'm saying Gigi is going on my thing at least 2 to 3 times a year. Child, listen, you'll be alone because I'll be on these trips. I'll be on these trips. Okay. Like Martin single.
Why do I feel like you throw me under the bus, Jay?
Shit, I'm under the bus with you. Like, we getting rolled over together.
You throw me under the
I mean,
bus?
that's for the girls' trip. They gonna be mad. I'm over here inviting people from a class today. Like, yeah, I believe in.
Yeah.
No.
Last year, what I mean by the bus to those listening is that last year I went to Spain with a friend of mine, a girlfriend of mine, and my husband stayed stateside. I mean, we talked about it, we agreed to it, but it was like, I really want to go. He's like, well, fine, enjoy the trip.
Now,
Getting
but
cl- getting closer to it, he was like, damn, I should have come along too. It's like, too late,
mhm.
too late.
However, in all fairness, in your situation, he did go on a trip with you. He did enjoy it and do want more.
Right.
So,
But the difference is he did not have a passport prior. We were planning a cruise. We've done cruises, but he doesn't need a US
mhm.
passport for a cruise. So he just got the passport and he was not too pleased because all the travel information propaganda about warning Americans about traveling overseas, and I'm just like, you're going or you're not. Just tell me, because I'm going. I'd like you to sit beside me, but if you're not, but yeah, he did go, had a great time. And then 30 days later, I was on a plane to Spain.
Amen. See, that's how it should be.
Well, I already told him we going to Spain. So
Yes, he just got his passport, but he's kind of like the guy off Ready to Move who hasn't had nobody to motivate him to get in the first. So,
right, but as I said, we've been traveling where he can travel on a birth certificate.
hmm yeah,
You
so
know,
it's not like he hasn't been traveling. However, I have my friend, and because they own a business, they feel like they can't do more than 3 days. You can't go nowhere. You can't go nowhere, buddy. More than 3 days off, you know.
my husband owns his own business. We went for
I said he
10 days.
feels like he can't go.
Oh, okay, 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 okay.
However, in all fairness, I which is true because there's no employees under him because of the type of business he does. There's no
Same,
employees, yeah. And it's a for him, it's a hands-on. It's not a paperwork type. I can go
same,
anywhere else. So yes,
same.
hands-on. So for him, I'm losing money while I'm gone.
Understood, but what are you gaining? I'm a
I'm gaining
probably
a headache. Look, I'm gaining a headache because
uh,
they're losing money.
let
So
let let's have Mr. L. Cid talk to Mr. J.
yeah, no,
Because
no, it ain't gonna change. No, 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 ain't no talking. Like you
okay,
understand. That's why I got girlfriends,
okay,
and the LBB family. Hold
okay.
it down, hold it down. Watch the babies. Watch the babies.
Don't leave the babies.
Somebody gotta watch the babies while I'm gone, cause
Hey,
baby.
wonderful.
Because now you done messed up. I done got global entry too. I'm going through lines, baby. I'm leaving you.
You
Out.
can't you can't leave him if he ain't got global entry. You cannot leave him.
You better catch up with me then.
I'll meet you. I'll meet you on the other side of TSA.
I'm gonna go
How
get us
about that?
lunch. I'm gonna go get us lunch.
I'll meet you at the gate. I'll meet you at the gate.
I have coffee waiting.
we
I hope you catch the flight.
but we can't do this. We can't just completely leave them.
No, no, it's not right. It's not
But
right.
but it is good to have some travel buddies. It's good to you know. But I've traveled by myself, so
It's best when they be like, I don't want to go, but I'll pay for you to go. That's my kind of guy. Like, you don't have to come. If you got work and things to do, you should do that. But if you want to make sure I have a good time, you should do that as well.
oh,
Put something on my books.
not some on my books.
I put something on my bookings.
Put
On my
some on
bookings.
my put some on my travel card.
On my bookings. My agent is right here. Put something on that. So that's where the value in it comes from me.
So basically, I guess it's an option while dating. For me, it's not an option while married. It's like, okay, honey,
Yeah.
it's I'm gonna need to take this.
hmm Oh no, I'll travel alone too. I just like traveling with people now because my memory be a little shoddy, and I'd be like, what happened when on that trip? My memory is actually good on things when I'm by myself, which is crazy too, because I will remember a trip by myself. But I be wanting to share memories. That's really what it is. I be wanting to share it with people. So I
I'll
like
share the photo memory when I get back. I ain't got to be.
no,
Huh.
no, 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 no. I'm saying that's why I have a travel group. I take trips alone. I've started taking trips alone on my 25th birthday. So like I'll take alone trips, but now I like to share it with people. Like I like to have
Oh,
fun
I
because it's
meet
not
people when
just
I
keeping
get
me
there.
going.
I'll meet people when I get there, and we'll have fun.
Yeah, no, I'm not that friendly.
Oh, okay, I'm usually not, but hey, at some point, like in Spain, I met this lady who came in from Germany. She was just spending a week at the hotel, and we were just hanging out. Now I got a
Mhm.
German buddy. I mean, hey,
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that.
You meet people like that, but I'm not that friendly. So it's just like, yeah, if I go alone, I'm alone. Like y'all see me. Y'all see me. I ain't getting into no hostiles with y'all, but enjoy. But if I go with a small group, I'm good too. Like I like being with a small group. I don't need no big travel group
Right. It
or
could be
whatnot.
just
But
one or two friends. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, just some good times. Somebody share it with, so I don't have to like be all alone at my hotel room at night.
Oh, I don't mind that, but I'm an only child.
Yeah,
So I could go out, have fun, and then curl up, like a turtle in my room by myself and just chill.
yeah. Something about hotel rooms being alone. I'd be like, this sucks. This sucks. I
No
want my
problem.
bed. I love being in my bed alone, but a hotel
No
bed, like,
problem.
uh, mm, I'm a weird traveler. And now, if you put me in an Airbnb, I'd be like, all right, bye. Y'all get home. Y'all be safe. I'm about to put this TV on. I'm about to cook some stuff. I think that's what it is because of cooking for me, like being able to cook, being in a kitchen and all that, that brings comfort. So for me, I can do the Airbnb alone, but the hotel room, I'd be like, what do I do? I sit here and look out the window. Do I walk to the pool? Do I do this? I'm going to
I
sleep.
just I just read my book, or I just message some people, or I just kill it up, online. But I could be by myself. I could decompress by myself.
Hmm.
But yeah, it may be because, as Gigi just said, because you have siblings, you're
Yeah,
used
but
to.
I'm still an only child.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I know y'all trying to figure out how that works, but I am still an only child, though I have
right.
siblings
But
or
you
whatnot.
prefer the camaraderie. You prefer the busyness of everything.
Sometimes
Understood.
it depends on
Understood.
what I'm traveling, where I'm traveling to, and what I got going on or whatever. Like sometimes I do. I like I said, at 25, I started taking trips alone just because I wanted to see the world. I wanted to see things. So while I want to explore, some people don't like to explore the way I do. So I would rather take those trips alone. But when I want to kind of like have some fun and explore, like the basic fun, hiking, jet skiing, these things or whatever in another country, I like to have friends with me.
Well, I used to be sent to family, like flying as an unaccompanied minor since I was 8 years old.
Hmm.
So traveling alone wasn't a problem, and it was international travel, so not a problem.
Hmm.
But I I don't know. Going back to Vanessa and Chaz, I don't know. Even though Chaz, cute Chaz, I'm
We back on.
getting a.
We're still on
You know,
chat.
we're still on Chaz. Sean could cape for who he wants to cape for. I'm a cape for Chaz until he shows me otherwise. I'm a cape for Chaz. But Chaz is even though I'm doing that, it's nagging me. Chaz is giving me playa. He's not playing so much, but there's something in him that's resonating with me that I'm camouflaged. Y'all ain't seeing, the player in me.
Could
It's
be
something.
could be the reason why he tells the story so effortlessly and early, because he might be one of those that pull and tug on your emotional glands and yeah, get you sold that way.
Because even though he said I like a natural woman, she still pulling her in. Then Vanessa with this and I'm like, Chaz is just under the radar and just mellow. Alonzo and the other guys, but Chaz is just right under the radar, not creating waves. He is not Lamar, for shock value, but it's something. Even though cutie pie Chaz, something is telling me.
So him and Dominique, because Dominique, remember, he was the one last week that was moving around and making sure he knew everything. And so, like with Chaz, would that be like his twin, the quiet twin?
Yeah,
You think?
yeah. And he could be what I could be feeling, as you said, the emotional F boy. I
Hmm.
could be feeling that, but sorry, Chaz. Chaz is reminds me a bit of my husband, so Chaz, I'm gonna cape for Chaz.
Well, we're gonna watch you put your cape on for Chaz. We're gonna see how it go. I'm trying to think out of this group who. Okay, for gameplay, I'm definitely going.
Alonzo,
No, not for
no,
gameplay. No, not
okay.
for gameplay. Because Alonso gives me that he would kind of lock in on somebody a little quickly. Like he would pick somebody and like once he gets to really talking to him, he'll lock in on him, especially the way him and Patrice was going at it or whatnot. Um, gameplay, gameplay. I think Chaz will be up there because he'll be moving under the radar, like you said. So he would get by kind of far until he get caught up with about two women. However, I'm gonna put my cape on for gameplay only on Lamar.
Excuse me, Lamar.
Yes, I'm putting my for gameplay only. Not saying like I'm not gonna say he's a good or bad dude. I know the way he's been moving on this been a little problematic off front. However, I think there's a method to his madness.
I think he's going to put too many women off.
He
But
may,
in method to his madness could just be so production keeps him there.
that I said gameplay, baby. We ain't just playing the ladies, okay? We gotta
We're
play
playing
production.
production.
Gotta play production too. All right.
I was waiting for one of the men to hit on the bartender because she was cutie too.
Well, I can't remember in the clip, the trailer clip that we seen, but somebody thinks there was 11 women there, and I'm trying to be confused. I'm like, first of all, y'all didn't even meet all 10. So where the other two come from now? I'm really confused.
Bartender.
Production and bartender. Sheesh.
Bartender. Well, I
Mhm.
saw Lamar saying something like, "Oh, get any drink you want, cause I got this." And then, Alonzo walked up and it was like, "Oh, shake it, girl." I mean, the bartender, she was a cutie.
Hey, listen, the bartender might be up on the show next week. I was your last week. I was there as a bartender, but now I'm here. The bartender might be a whole new gameplay. Okay, ladies, who do you have?
Ladies, as far as
You're
I
from.
did have, I did have Vanessa and Patricia on
Mhm.
the bottom, though she looked gorgeous in that blue. Um, Two things. Why are we crying over these men we just talked to for like 10 hours? Why are we crying? Am I just heartless?
The crying is not for the men. It's just, are we talking about Patricia getting kicked off?
Yeah.
I think that's more so why the crying is. It's
Okay.
just I gotta leave so early or
Okay.
whatnot.
Okay. Okay.
I didn't look
But
at it as for any of these guys because she never seemed like she was connected to any of these guys either.
it didn't seem like it. She just wanted to know who had a foot fetish and cross them out.
Yeah, I was like, "Do you want the foot fetish or you don't want the foot?" I was so confused.
Right. I mean, Alfonso handled it very, very well. Alonzo, sorry, handled it very well. Talking to our stylist, Rashina. But I think Rashina has some good gameplay, and Patrice is my player.
Patrice's minds as well,
Ooh,
and
I put a cape
Maya,
on for Patrice. Patrice.
Maya,
Ooh.
Maya's my dark horse because I'm like, she got that smile, but I feel like the wrath is waiting back there. Like she might just blow up. And she my youngest too. Okay, she's my youngest or whatnot, and she's attentive. She was definitely won the game and listening. So I'm just like, yeah, you might be.
And she does not wish to train the men. And she started off, she didn't get the first question correctly, and she just blazed through. But yeah, she is
Mhm,
a dark horse. But yeah, I can feel the attitude bubbling.
mhm.
I can feel I gotta play nice and in front of the camera. I came to win.
Yeah, that's what I feel.
But I can see her and Miss Jumping the Table.
Koshi, oh yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
I can see sparks
If
flying.
they don't become friends,
Right. If they
they
are not
definitely be on
friends.
opposites.
Right.
Yeah.
And Patrice is a little firecracker too.
Hmm. Yeah, Patrice definitely is. But baby, listen, Patrice, I have her for a top. The only reason I don't have her for a top is because right now my energy is not that she's here for love. Lusts, yes. Some good times, definitely. Actual relationship, I'm not quite getting that from tonight's conversation. We have to see moving forward how she goes. But tonight's conversation, it was just about you look fun, you look fun, you look like fun, you look like fun too. Okay, we can have fun. That's what it was giving me. Like, okay, which one of y'all can have the most fun with? Because she was it her or was it Rashina down to jump? No, Rashina was down to jump because she fancied Lamar. Oh yeah, yeah, Rashina got to be watched too because that's giving me another Takia. What was that?
Tequila.
And saxophone guy. Yeah, that's giving me that all over again. Where she gonna be over here caping for this man because she like his looks and this beard he got. So
Right. Right. But Patrice is definitely seeking out the eye candy when it's so funny. When she lit up when Chaz said he was a bus driver and he was actually lying about it. She's like, "Oh, really?" And it's like, "No, not really." But it was so funny to see her like find it very appealing with all that, bus driver talk on social media months ago.
yeah, that's why I was like, are you just saying it really, or are you okay? I'm like, are you a bus driver too? Like, ma'am, are you happy that you guys are unified? And I didn't know, but yeah, I felt that interesting too when she lit up. I was like, what's happening? Are we about to have this conversation? What are we doing?
I was about to say we needed you in Atlanta to be driving around the Color Purple cast.
Yeah, so somebody needed to. Somebody needed to. Yeah, we just trying to figure out why she was capping. I was like, are you about to be on the good side of a cap or for the little joke of it all? Or are you about to go down that rabbit hole with us? Like, oh, really? And then, like, you don't make enough. I ain't know which way she was going to go with it. So I was just like, hmm. So he shut it down like before we can get a chance to see how she was going to take that. So I was like, oh, okay. We'll see. We'll see. But I see there's going to be a lot of energy. The lady lounge is going to be tense.
Well, it won't be next week because the men
I know,
are.
but I'm just saying as future wise, I'm thinking with these bachelor ladies we got, the ladies lounge is going to get kind of tense.
But they all look just so good. I mean, come on,
Hmm.
ladies. Ooh, the crowns are twisted, but they all look really, really good. I just don't like it.
So, do you think the men made a good decision on who they let go tonight?
No, I wanted Vanessa gone. I'm sorry. I thought Vanessa was going to go home, but I understand why they kept her. She didn't give enough already. But I thought I had both her and Patricia,
Hmm.
but I thought Vanessa would have gone home.
I think they made the right choice when I look at it, and you probably saying no because Chaz is holding on to Vanessa. Chaz, for yourself. However, like I said, he saved her,
Yes, he did.
whereas Patricia didn't have anybody basically to save her. So, in all fairness, I think the right person went home this week because it'd be sad if I got interest in this person, they go home and then nobody has interest in the person that stayed. So that would be like a weird dynamic, in my opinion, to keep that person. And I do understand they haven't met everybody yet. So somebody in the other group probably would like that person, but I'd be like, bruh, we about to start. I see that's when I'd be ready to shake some tables, but like, y'all gonna get rid of the one. Okay. 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 Every week I got to come with tennis shoes on. Okay.
Patricia needed to open herself up to those foot rubs. Those
Yeah.
foot rubs is what got her gone.
She needed to open herself up to a lot of things because, like they said, she was a bit closed off. It was like almost every little thing was a closed off situation to her. Even the way she sat, her body language to people, like she's facing the directions, but it's everything's crossed. Everything is to self. It's not relaxed. You're sitting straight up and you're not even leaned in or, laid back. It was just guarded the whole time. So,
Yeah, I just wish the men's lounge would be a little, spicy.
hmm, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Because these are some interesting personalities this season too. This is an interesting personality. That's why I feel like there should be less men and more women. No, am I saying it backwards again? More men
More
and less
men.
women.
Yes.
More men and less women, because therefore we will actually start seeing men when it comes to having
Courting.
competition and courting and them not having the favoring odds. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But this is an interesting dynamic for sure. Cause I'm like, there's a diverse personalities amongst the men this time. So
Personalities, looks, just it's a Baskin Robbins of flavors. There are a lot of flavors.
and there's a
And
lot of men in their 30s.
yes,
So we'll see.
except for Chaz. Chaz is in his 40s.
You have Chaz for 40? I thought I had him for 30 something. No, but
Oh,
there's a lot of men. No, I have him 35. Am I tripping?
oh.
I thought he came in with the 35 group because it was
On
like,
the website had him older, but we know how that goes.
right. We're going to have about different ages and different jobs for right now. I have to look back at it. He might be older. If y'all know what Chaz was, because I was trying to remember who all came in early because it was about 4 or 5 of them that was all 35 according to the production. Um,
I see Lamar's gonna be, pissing off the ladies, so
yeah, Lamar gives me Laverne, a little bit of Laverne energy.
I can see that.
He'll say some stuff just to get some stuff going or whatever. No, and I say this Laverne's energy too, because remember how Laverne first came in and he was just like, "Oh, I found me a little spot," and had all the ladies come to me and all this. And so as he was sitting there with both the ladies, he never really fully engaged with either one of them. He just kept looking straight forward, so to speak, or whatever, but saying
Right,
random stuff.
right.
So I was just like,
But it's just his future self saying change your tone, and those future highlights are just in April having a date with him, and he's like, why does it matter how long I was married? It just
that's what I said.
Laverne Laverne did that, but what he did well was that when he was one on one with a lady, he didn't totally tick them off. He did engage.
Mm-hmm. I say that's
I
why.
just wonder what Lamar is teaching them kids when he coaching them. I'm scared.
Well, hopefully it's just sticking to whatever sport they into, because I don't need him talking about nothing else to these children. Nothing else.
Coach leaves an impression. Coach leaves an impression.
The only triple he need to be talking about is a triple threat, a triple double. Like I don't want to hear him talk about no triple nothing outside of sports. Okay, no triple teams. I'm confused. I don't know what that means. I don't say it, sir.
Lamar said we could go to the nudist colony, and we gonna make it do what it do.
Now I wonder how that's going to match up, because don't we have another coach too on the other side? We have another coach with one of the guys, and I know Alexis is a referee, but I thought one of the other men was coaching as well. Let me go through my notes real quick. But I
I
thought,
just have Alexis as a referee.
yeah, she was a referee, but one of the guys was talking to her, and they were a coach.
As long as it's not Laron, we good.
No, I don't think it was LaRon. I know we talked about it on a live on Little Black Book channel, and somebody brought it up that one of them was a coach, but
Well, Lamar's a DJ and a
I
coach.
think it was LaRon.
Oh God.
I know. And Lamar and LaRon,
Woo.
let's see how that worked out.
Mm. Mm.
I wonder if Koshia and Rashina will get into it. Oh, we spoke on that, huh? Them two, huh?
Yes, we did.
Because I'm
Either they'll
like,
be best of friends, or like, or they're going to be
them heads.
com- combative. Our favorite
Mhm.
word.
I know. Poor ladies. But Vanessa lives another round. Let me see who. Okay, so let's play a little game real quick. Let's try to see what matching these people up with last week's.
Lord.
Who you think would match with last week? So now I know for sure when Jonathan, Lamar, and Alonzo see Mika, I feel like they gonna be lying to her. Lamar, Lamar just gonna be Lamar, so he gonna be lying. He gonna be lying and then sit down and wait for the ladies to be lying to him. So
I
I
think
don't know.
they'll like Carisha too. I think they'll like her.
Hmm.
I think they'll
Koisha,
like. Yes.
Koshia. Yeah, no, I think they'll like Koshia, but I think they'll be lying to Mika the way they carry on. I think
Yes.
Chaz and Alexis will find their way.
Alonso and Alexis.
Alonzo and Alexis, yeah.
Um, Maya is going to have Lauren, William. I mean, they're going to like Maya.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because a lot of them like Mika, so a lot of them
And
will like Maya.
Leylin, let's not count her out.
Dominique.
Right.
However, the kid situation with Leyland, because Dominique was be 5 years younger than her. I don't know if she has kids and
And he
whatnot.
wants 23 kids,
Yeah, he wants a
not
tribe.
2 to 3.
Yeah, he wants a tribe. So there's that.
But
Um,
he may agree to wash her hair, and he got them, muscles on the arms. He'll flex them muscles. I mean,
mhm.
he look good washing her hair.
depending on depending on her type, actually depending on both these ladies' types, Rashina too. William might be in there.
The comedian,
Yeah,
really?
he might be.
Oh no.
He
They'll
might
stick
be.
with Chaz. Uh uh.
No, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Mm-mm.
uh. All you got for him is a deep voice. Now, out
No.
of all the ladies, who would the men send home? That'll be interesting to see the dates and everything.
Out of all of them left, I feel if we don't get more out of April,
Mm. Yep.
I think we need more out of April. It'll probably be Vanessa, April, and I'm not gonna say Leyland, but even though we didn't see a lot, I feel like I didn't see a lot of her this episode. But I think that's for a
The
reason.
men liked her.
Yeah,
The men liked her.
a lot of times they be under the radar. So I would go with Vanessa and April, unless somebody just comes out the gate a whole problem next week.
Because they left Leylin at the end. She was already in the room before we knew who she was. So yeah.
Mhm. So that's why I said we didn't
But
get enough of her to be a problem for them to have sent her home.
I do see Carisha or Caricia having a problem when Laron's head is turned when the new ladies walk in.
Mm-hmm.
Because he definitely going to turn for Maya.
I'm gonna say that's gonna turn for a few
For
people.
Layla. Yep. Quite
Rashid,
a few.
Will, I forgot Will.
Oh God.
Will though, because he liked Mika, I see him going for Mia too, Maya too,
Maya. Yes.
and then they're close in age.
Yes. Yes.
They're close in age, so I can definitely see that. Yeah, I think it will be either April between April and Vanessa.
But I need Will to stop being the, funny Kevin Hart type, comedian. He's gonna get friend zoned if he keeps on doing that.
Will's number one thing though is God. So
Really?
yeah,
Will?
we got that little insight because Mercedes knows him. She said he a Florida boy, and his go-to thing is God first. So he's one of them godly jokesters, even though he was inappropriate with the dingalang, but it also makes sense of why he chose that actual wording too. Like
Don't make it. I'm sorry. I
the
don't. I
wording
don't
makes
see it.
sense.
But then maybe he'll go for Vanessa because she did have her godly talk with Chaz.
Hmm. He may, but he also likes Mika. Like I said, he likes Mika, so he likes the looks or whatever. And so that's why I'm gonna go Mika and Maya's in his top. So that leaves Vanessa holding
Well,
on to.
I really like it because it's going to shake things up. It's like, ooh, let me see what I haven't seen yet and get to know people, yet still
Mhm.
hold on to who I know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
it'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to. I like this separate and then come together, but I wish we didn't eliminate anyone till after the brunch.
Until at
We
least every all 20 meet.
What we could do is say you on the bottom, because that always makes people act up in the brunch. That always makes people act different at the brunch. So you can say you at the bottom. You need you need to grab this lifesaver right here.
That actually might be a good idea. Instead of having like this game, we meet the half, they vote, they two for the bottom for out of that group, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Both men and both women or whatever. We have four people
Yep.
at the bottom when we all come together or whatnot. And one of those people get to be saved by the other half of the group
There you
if
go.
somebody
Yep.
finds interest in them, and then we're down to three people, and out of those three on both ends,
Yep.
we can eliminate. That
Yeah.
actually might be a good
I
way
s-
to
I
do it.
still I don't mind the game giving you immunity, but then you have immunity now when the whole group gets together.
Hmm.
That's where it really will work. The whole group
Yeah.
gets together. You have immunity, okay, and you could put people out. Tommy can say, "Hey, these two have immunity, and these four on the bottom."
Hmm. Yep.
Got to
That
work
would
the
actually work.
room,
Yeah, that would actually work. Yeah, we'll
but we
see.
can't even match Glenn with anybody except the production because
Mhm.
he ran.
We can only match Glenn with a carton of milk, child. Okay, because that's the only way we about to find Glenn. All right, all right. Glenn said, "I can't do it. I can't do it. I tried. I got this far. I did as much as I could. I can't. I can't.
Sorry.
I can't." That's okay, Glenn. We'll maybe see you at reunion while they gave you a picture still. So they gave. I still. I'm sorry. I feel like something must be up with Glenn, because why would you give us that much information when you didn't have to? You really didn't have to.
Didn't have to, and he hasn't said anything on social media at all. Only Mr. Nutcracker, Demonte, only he's
Mhm.
come out to
Yeah,
clear things up.
I don't know what we're clearing up either. What are we clearing? What are we clearing?
Clearing up my fashion sense, clearing up that I have money or I have gigs. I just don't manage my money well. Just clearing some things up.
Okay. Well, yeah. Is going back to Glenn, is ready to love even in the bio? Anything? Like, is he even claiming the show a little bit?
He was a teacher, so I wonder if we're thinking that's the coach, but he was the teacher.
No, he's a teacher. No, I know he's a teacher. But there's somebody else that Alexis was talking to. So it was either LaRon or that's why I think it was LaRon for some strange reason, because for some strange reason it would think it was him. But she was talking to somebody when she came out. I think when she actually whoever she it might have been Will. Might have been Will.
But yeah, there was no reason to show anything for Glenn at all. He could have just We could have just never known, but they probably like, we wasted all this film, all this time, all this lighting. We gonna use this footage.
I mean, if they cut the man a check, I don't care if it was 50 cents. If you cut them a check, you got to use it. It's ours. It's ours now, buddy.
Speaking of
It's,
that, they made sure to show us the food again.
well, I can't. They're on top of a hotel on this one, okay? I was like, did we couldn't get the mansion for twice? So you should have just got two Airbnbs. Like, why are we on the top of the hotel roof? Why? That's not fair. The other
We
people got the
can't.
nice little house.
The mansion was booked for a movie the next day. Maybe we can't. We can't have this
They
mansion.
don't even get to go
Can't
inside
afford
the
it.
mansion for about 2 seconds, okay?
Only to use the bathroom and the pool room.
And that's it. And I'm pretty sure they put up porta potties because we like, y'all get
Not in these heels and this dress. Oh heck no! Who was
y'all
it?
get mm-mm,
Who
mm-mm.
was it that said they weren't gonna? Oh, it was, yes, previous Dallas season.
That was Janelle.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I
Like,
didn't mind. I did not mind the casualness of the rooftop pool at the hotel.
yeah, but I'm
That
just
to me
doing
was
equal
fine.
for both. Like, if you're gonna put one party on a rooftop, put the other party on a rooftop or something, like, well, why we got two just diverse locations?
I understand where you're coming from. Like we could film these people on Tuesday and the other group on Thursday. Then we could have kept them all on the rooftop and
Mm-hmm.
just don't even have to move the cameras and the lighting and all that. I understand, but they did it how they want to do it.
I know, and I didn't like it. So there's that. There's that. Shit, at this point, they all could have met at a park. Okay, let's just.
Dang, the
I'm
park,
just. I'm just saying.
the heels might get caught in the soil.
Wear flats.
Can't do that. Oh
Wear
my
flats. They picking
god.
out their outfits anyway, so I'm just saying. Let me stop nitpicking with these people. It's not my production. It ain't
Right.
my money. It ain't my money.
It was
I'm
wonderful.
glad.
It was
I'm
it
glad
was
that they opened
it
the
was
buffet
fine.
twice.
They could have done, yes, they could have done the mansion, but for me, I felt for the ladies at the mansion walking across that whole bridge to all the way to the house. I felt for them. So
Yeah. In
the
all
the
fairness,
rooftop pool thing I think was really, really nice.
and I work crafties. Hopefully, they got new snacks and not refurbished ones, okay? Because a lot of times, I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret, okay? I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret. Now, the hot food should always be fresh. I'm going to say that much. The hot food should always be fresh. But them snacks get carried over to location, okay? Them clothes snacks, the little baggies and stuff like that, the croissants, all that, they get carried over to location. And I'm hoping that the fruit tray was a brand new one. And not production trying to act like we was in it a little earlier first.
Well, we didn't. We just saw them picking at it, the picking the grapes up. We didn't actually see the entire display.
Right. I
It
need to
could have
see
been
the
in
whole display
Publix
to know it was
containers for
fresh.
all we know. It could have been in Publix containers. We have no idea.
I don't
But
know.
as long as the bag says, an expiration date that has not passed, we're good.
I'm just saying the fruit trays be traveling sometimes and stuff, and they be like, "Oh, not many people picked in it. Okay, put the top and put it in the refrigerator. We use it."
Yes.
Yeah, I mean the same production. They got. I know how production get now. They like, shoot, we not about to throw this out. Is we the same people? We the same people. Now, unfortunately for the cast, they new people, so they don't really know.
And what they don't know won't hurt them.
But I know. So production, I'm watching y'all. Hope while y'all feeding these people, because y'all done heard that the Love and Blind people been complaining and writing lawsuits. I hope that y'all are feeding these people fresh fruits
And make
and
sure
carrots.
Carisha has her dairy-free snacks
Please
at the
give her
brunch.
some fresh foods, please. Okay. Please, Alexis, give her some fresh foods. Okay. Don't leave my girl out here. Okay. Shoot. But yeah, so we got the whole cast now. We got all what we down to 17? We got all 17 of them now. So
Yes.
they should go ahead and just eliminate one more man first instead of a woman. Oh wait, no, I'm still saying it backwards. Damn it. Shit. I'm gonna get it right. This has been a week for me, okay? It's been Thursday since Tuesday.
You want more men to go hunting for the ladies.
Yes. Okay. So no, okay, we got to get rid of more ladies. So we need to eliminate two. That'll bring us back even at least, huh? Or at least one down. No, we'll be one down if we eliminate two. So we'll have more men.
The ladies are up for elimination next,
We need
yes.
to eliminate three. Sorry, ladies.
Not too
No disrespect.
quickly because we've got to stretch this out till April. I mean, come on. We need the advertising money to keep Tommy in his, outfits. We need to stretch this out. It will be one person eliminated each week until we get to April.
Okay, can we bring some new men in? Is Glenn coming back? Is Glenn coming back? Just let us know if Glenn coming back. Because if Glenn come back and we
I would
eliminate
like.
two women, then we have a good number.
I do wonder if we'll get curveballs because we already got a game. We already got immunity. I doubt we're getting curveballs.
No, they need to bring the card balls and bring two men's and no more women's.
Heck, you could bring some men from the other Dallas season.
No, I don't want to see them people again.
I understand what you're saying, but they already been, vetted and know what's going on.
Who we gonna bring?
I don't know.
Who we gonna bring? Let's really think about this real quick. Okay, so Marvin got a situation he got
We
going
can
on.
bring Chris back.
We want to see Chris blow up on somebody else. What you want to do?
We can have both Nigerians, two Nigerians.
Oh no, then they're gonna be linking up and stuff, and it's gonna be a bromance going on instead of who we got. Okay, we want to bring Red back. We got two
Yeah,
comedians.
we can bring Red back. I would prefer Red over William.
We got Red. Oh, who was the cast of the men's last year? Now I don't forgot. Let me
Quentin,
look.
you can bring Quentin back.
I mean, Quentin is single now, so
Yes.
Quentin can come back. Quentin can come back and see if he lock in and act right with somebody.
Herbert.
We got okay. So how many women on this season want to have kids though? Still, because Herbert want kids. Only one. Sure. Okay, so for right now, we only got one who is like totally no. Mika's totally no right now. So we only got her. So right now, we got a pretty good thing with the ladies wanting kids.
Right.
Okay, so we can bring
I could just be saying it just so I can move on further.
Yeah. We can bring Herbert back. I wouldn't mind Herbert coming back. I mean, it's gonna be a slow process. It's gonna be the same thing. He gonna move to his own speed. So that's the only problem with Herbert in this scenario, though. He not gonna lock in on nobody.
But I think Jonathan is a little bit like Herbert, kind of slower pace, as you said, late bloomer, possibly.
Yeah, but that's more of on the confidence thing.
Gotcha.
Herbert got the confidence. He ain't willing to move nowhere right away for nobody.
True.
He's not moved by anybody in the process. So again, it'll be the same outcome. That's the only problem.
What did we like Christopher?
Christopher is good because he gonna be confusion chaos, but he good looking.
Christopher with the haircut, Christopher, not Christopher.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The tall acting Christopher. Yeah, so he'd be confusion chaos.
Yes.
Or whatnot. So he'd be good to stir some pots and have the ladies all in confusion at the end of the day. And he might actually be a candidate that actually wants somebody.
Right.
So.
But Ready to Love, we need another resort. We need another resort.
Just have them all on lockdown on an island somewhere. And Hey, listen, if I'm ready to go back to Jamaica, y'all want to come to Belize? I'll be ready to. Y'all want to bring me in? You know what I'm saying? Ready to love people? Call me
Ready,
because I'll be ready to travel. That's
oh,
what y'all
ready
need
to
to make a show. Let's ready to travel. Let's make that because I sign me up.
ready to cruise. You can put them all on a cruise. They
A
can't
cruise,
go
definitely.
nowhere. They could be eliminated and dropped off at an island and go about their business and
But you
sent
just
home.
drop them off at the island. We're gonna just have the scene because we can't just drop them off at the island. They just gonna be on the ship and they can't talk to the rest of the cast
No, but for the scene, we're
for the
gonna show
scene.
them on a boat
Uh-huh.
going to the island,
The
getting
island,
off of the ship and saying bye, but they're on a lower floor
and they can give their
with the
speech.
crew. There
I
you
know
go.
they don't get a balcony room no more. Sorry.
No, you get a porthole.
Oh, I would hate getting eliminated. I'll be like, I'll fight all of y'all.
And then we could see the camera of an eliminated person, hanging out with someone who's still in the process. Oh, that'll be good. That'll be so good.
Ooh, but you can hide the eliminated people on the cruise because the cruise ships be so big. A lot of times you don't even have to deal with it. The only problem is it's just they can't control the environment as well. So it's gonna be a lot of noise on the cruise unless
You got to
we
get a
do an all
smaller ship
star.
and you do the whole cruise.
That's what I'm saying. And that's what unless you do an all star.
Yes, everyone from Ready to Love who is still single,
Hmm.
everyone,
Yeah.
including those who are now exes, everyone
Yeah.
on the cruise
Yeah.
looking for love.
Yeah.
That'll
Guess
fill
he
up a
didn't
ship.
really come back, but yeah, that would be interesting. See people rekindle and go through some little
What?
fusses and fightings about
What?
never really said what they had to say when they broke up. They just went their separate ways.
Nice.
See the sneaky link hookups, like, oh, what y'all gonna do in real life? Y'all now that y'all on the ship together, how y'all gonna maneuver that?
But that's what the resort brought, and I really like the resort.
Uh, people, I hope y'all get this. Okay, I hope y'all get this because we are waiting for our all stars. We want to see. We would like to see it or whatnot. And yeah, I would like another resort. Turks and Caicos would be good. It's small. You can do Cayman Island because literally the whole island would be y'all's. Literally, and then when you go kind of like off season or whatnot, it's not a bad time. It's quiet. It's controlled a lot, and there's things to do that they have activities yet they can't. It's the whole island's only 2 hours, so where you gonna hide?
Kind of like Bonnier. Bonnier is another island where you can have the whole island. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, either one. I have family in Cayman Islands and Turks and Caicos. So,
Yeah, Turks and Caicos is just really nice and beautiful. I think the couples will feel romantical, as Flavor Flav says it, and I actually got that from Just Go With It. I think it is just like, oh, romantical.
right, right.
But I think it would be all nice, and we'll, what the island does to people. It brings out different energies. So I would like to see that. But yeah. Anyways, yes, this episode wasn't giving much. We was just going over the cast, and thank you guys for being here who stayed here with us through it. Next week we'll see. We really getting into the thick of it, and we'll have some real reviews on how we really feel about these people going forward. So again, next Friday, I will remember.
They didn't need to know.
No, 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 no. I'll be remembered to be here for a quick live or whatnot to chat my week. I'm trying to tell y'all from Thursday, I'm from Tuesday on. I was thinking it was Thursday already. And then Thursday came and I got all the way confused because then I thought it was Friday. It's been one of those weeks where the transitioning is not transitioning with me. Okay. So we're here. I'm in school. I don't have class next Friday, so that's a wonderful. So to help me remember or whatever, I should be done with my tests and passed and everything, my courses, and
Claim it.
you're a whole new lady. And so next Friday I should be on point with this. However, tomorrow we will be back on Little Black Book 91 channel for our super panel live for Ready to Love, as well as if I get my butt up in the morning. So I'm going to make this so I can be accountable, but I would like to have our Saturday sit downs again with you guys. And so it was a lot going on this week because Country Wayne want to bring up Jess again for whatever reason and be slick talking, but she ain't slick talk him. We got Zanique and her baby daddy basically telling her he don't want her. It's been a lot going on in the news. We got to kind of like chop it up about, and then we got a couple of situations and stuff. So tomorrow I will put it up tonight, get the time up, and you guys will see it. I'm not gonna promise what time and tell you nothing right now. I'm gonna put it up because I think I gotta go work a shift tonight at the restaurant. So it'll probably be around 1 tomorrow when it get quiet though. So I'll be back tomorrow. We're gonna have a little sat down real quick before we get into anything else. And our ladies panels, we still working on the time because we wanted to do Mondays, but right now Seaway still got basketball going on. So we'll figure that out for you ladies.
And we're on 3 different time zones.
Yeah, we're on 3 different time zones. So that's another thing too. So we gotta coordinate. We get it together for y'all, but we're gonna have our ladies lounge. But we need to get it up and running by February though. We definitely need to get it up and running by February because there's been a lot going on, and I know when I get to talking to y'all, we're gonna have some good conversation.
Especially when they resurrected Monique's comment about, men should be allowed to have side chicks.
Y'all know how I feel about that, so
save it for the ladies' lounge.
Y'all know how I feel about that. Some of y'all not gonna agree, but we can agree to disagree. You know. But hell no, not with me. You could have it with them. No, just playing. I'm just playing. Let me stop. I'm just playing. Well, yes. So if you have any comments, questions or any topics that you would like for us ladies to discuss, go ahead. My email is right here. Another round 010@gmail.com. It's down in the comment in the description box. You can go ahead and email me any topics. You can DM me whatever topics that you want as well. And so we'll start getting those together and we'll get them out to you and we can have our conversations as us women's do. Okay. But other than that, you guys, happy Friday to you all. Love you. Peace and blessings. And you guys have a safe weekend. See you tomorrow. Bye.